Jason Russo, if you're around, I'd love to have you come out. And this is, I've been talking about the fact that, there's Jason, good to see you, my friend. You're down there, we're on the end, so in case we lose anybody, we can knock them down before. But Jason is here for conversations too, because I was talking about, there's the life that the ETA leads, you know, hanging out, but there's also the musician, and you know the musician part of these guys, and you're gonna...
I mean, I've been lucky enough to tour with all of these guys that are coming out today, and I get to be backstage with them. I've been lucky enough to have some of them at my home. My wife cooked them dinner. See? And, you know, I have a different relationship than a lot of people with these guys, and these guys are my friends, and it's a community that we have, which is very special. And, you know, and that's why this was called Behind the Jumpsuits. Because you guys come out here, you see them in a jumpsuit, we get to see them behind the jumpsuit. I get to see Dean hold my cat, for instance, in my lounge room. You know, and it's just something that's special to me because I grew up in this industry and I started playing at 14 years old, touring around playing Elvis shows at 14. So I've been doing it for a long time, and all of these guys are dear friends of mine, and I'm glad that they're coming out here and we can have a chat with them today. And I'm privileged to be standing next to Tom, so thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah, you're welcome. And he's hosting Behind the Jumpsuits over there, but I'm hosting Between the Jumpsuits. My two friends here. We're between and behind the jumpsuits. I think we should bring them out, and God will help us. In no particular order, Ben Thompson, Bill Cherry, Brandon Bennett, David Lee, Cote Deonath, Dean Z, Jay, and Jesse Aron. Come on out, gentlemen. Good to see you. All right. There you go, right there. All right. Well, first of all, we'd love to thank you for being here, because this could have been an afternoon off for them, you know, and it could have been an afternoon off for a lot of people, and we appreciate them being here this afternoon. And if you've ever been a part of one of these, and we've done them a few times at different places, we ask some crazy, you know, interesting things, but and Jason and I are going to just kind of pepper you with things, and we've given each of you a microphone. You know how to use it. We did mic checks on everybody, but Robin did microphones, obviously. But we've got some different things planned for you. Some of it I think you're going to have fun with. Some of it later you'll go back and watch the video and say, well, that looks different than I thought it was. One of the things I wanted to talk about kind of coming out of Robin is just the science of how you figure out what you're going to pack. Because a lot of you own a lot of stuff. So there's got to be, Dean, you're right here. You just got off a plane probably, or drove or whatever.
Yep.
What did you pack? I mean, how do you pack?
I frantically packed for the Tupelo Elvis Festival. Usually there's a science to rolling your clothes versus folding your clothes.
You told me that, by the way.
I did. Yeah. So you roll them up. It's a military roll. You know, you roll up everything. But with jumpsuits and things, you have to strategically kind of place things so they don't get too badly wrinkled too, because it takes forever to steam them out. And but yes, you have to. All right, here's the shows that I'm doing, and then I go. All right, how many days am I there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of underwear plus 1 in case I have an accident.
You don't mean his wife's cooking, do you?
No.
Okay. She's watching, Dean. So
I mean, this is the truth. You guys want truth. This is what happens. So I go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Accidentally poop my pants. Okay, great.
That's when you don't want to be behind the jumpsuits.
100%. Socks, same thing. And then you just kind of go through the thing. And then how many shows we no, we don't do that. And then we just kind of see how many jumpsuits we need, how many clothes we need for the show. We always have to pack for 2 people. packing for the stage version of ourselves, performing as Elvis, and packing for your personal stuff. So usually I'm just in a t-shirt and jeans, but Elvis had a few more items than that.
And he had people, though. He had people to take care of it all. Anybody else? Any tips for travel?
You guys have underwear that, in case you poop your pants too?
We're agreeing with you, but he don't know about pooping your socks. He said he don't know about For me, it's picking which vehicle so I know how much stuff I can take. So if you get the big vehicle, you get loaded up more. If not, you slim it down. But yeah.
Am I the only one that goes through more than one underwear a day? Or is it... Not that I had an accident, I just, I like to have plenty of underwear.
One underwear a day?
Well, one for the suit.
Oh yeah, well that's...
One for the suit.
Yeah.
One, please agree with me, someone. Yeah.
I agree with you, man.
Did anybody have poop in 6 minutes in over or under poop?
You're welcome.
Exactly.
Thank you, Boo. Dave, you were the one that told me to pack an extra t-shirt, undies, and socks.
Always.
In your carry-on.
In your carry-on.
It paid off this week.
Because of the delays.
It paid off.
Oh, did
Yes.
you hear about their nightmare?
Oh, I heard.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. So always have an extra pair of socks, underwear, and a t-shirt ready to go in your... I keep it in my laptop case of all places.
There was other band members that did not have that. And
What'd you learn?
They smell.
It works.
They smell. They smell.
Now you all know.
It's called the American Airlines Emergency Kit.
Yes.
Yeah. That's, kind of what you...
Can I say something about the packing thing? So right now,
I said no.
right now, I contacted you about a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Asking, hey, look, what shows am I doing for Tupelo? What shows am I doing for Australia? What shows am I doing for Memphis? And he's like, man, what's going on? I said, well, I'm packing all my stuff into a shipment container. So I have to have all this stuff here in the States so I can do all these things because my shipment container doesn't get there until after Elvis week. A little feedback. Anyway, can you hear it?
Oh, it's perfect feedback.
Yeah. Anyway, so perfect. Thank you, buddy. So coming here, I had to pack for.
Every time you say pack,
I had to pack for.
just avoid the
I
word
had to pack for Nick Perkins Festival, Tupelo Festival. Then I have 2 shows on my own right after this.
I think that's a sign to change the subject.
All right, yeah, I'm done. Thank you. It was tough to pack. It was tough to pack.
I've got to be honest.
And I was flying, So.
I've got to be honest, as long as I have my wig, I'll go and buy anything else.
I can attest to that.
One of the hanging out with these guys, because, I wear Lansky and I just pack it all, and, I'm the only one that currently still wears ascots, but I'm going to bring them back.
I like it.
I'm going to wear ascots. But you guys know so much about how to do steaming, how to do emergency sewing repairs. It's kind of amazing. But the travel thing that Jason and the band went through, is that your biggest headache in the career that you have?
Yeah, that's what we get paid for. We do this for fun. We get paid to deal with all the headaches of travel. That's right?
Yeah.
The stage is just playing, That's the part we enjoy. It's the other part, packing and traveling. That's the work.
The biggest problem is getting the promoters to pay for a second bag of luggage on an airplane.
Bill, that's why we always
I gotta pack a bag for Elvis and I gotta pack a bag. I'm just saying.
I think that lost baggage is the biggest thing. Remember that happened to us, Dean? We went to Switzerland. Remember that?
Yes.
Remember what happened to Bill?
And Bill, there was a time and we did Melbourne, and you guys wouldn't know this, but Bill's suitcase got run over by the truck at the airport as they were unloading the bag.
I thought that was an episode of Looney Tunes.
It could have been. And what's funny is that it couldn't have been the case that had the socks and underwear in it. It had to be those B&K jumpsuits that I had to take a second mortgage on to get. And
But I remember you came back and he opened up a case and it was a peacock suit, I think. No, the rainbow suit.
it was a gypsy. The gypsy's arm was ripped off pretty
And you
much.
could see the tire mark on the actual jumpsuit. It was incredible. And
The
then,
lower belt was crushed.
and then your jewelry got stolen as well.
Jury got sent, yeah.
His jewelry got stolen from literally from his hand down the street. Someone ran away with it, and it made the news, Australian news, trying to find Elvis's jewelry.
What's interesting is so many people in their hand luggages, they pack socks, pants, or underwear, whatever. Me, I get stopped at security every time, and the reason is it looks like I have a human head in my hand luggage because
You kind of look like Sarah.
yeah,
It actually looks like your
It just
head.
kind of looks like this.
It just looks like your
It just
head.
looks like me in a bag. And when I go through security and I get stopped, they go, "What's this for?" And then I explain, I'm an Elvis tribute artist, and they laugh at me. And then, but you know what? I've never lost my wig, so it's cool.
Nobody's going to steal that out of your hand and run away with it.
No.
Because they'll bring it back.
They bring it back. Yeah.
Bring it back.
What do I need this for?
Yeah. So the travel, the packing, but there's also a part that once you get to the venue, and most of the time at festivals you're with fellow ETAs, and I tell people this all the time. People ask me, they go, "What would be the most interesting thing you know about the guys?" And mine would be the fact that even though there are competitions, even during competitions, it's not competitive. You guys are, I call it the brotherhood. You're there for people. I've seen contestants help other contestants. Some guy forgot the boots. Some guy didn't have this scarf. I've seen Jay take rings off and put it on somebody saying, "This is the right ring for that jumpsuit, you wear it," and bring it. All the science of what you guys do and how authentic you want others to be, not just yourselves.
Well, I'm going to brag on David Lee for a second because I was backstage with David Lee, and it was the year that you won the Ultimate, I do believe, and I was interviewing, and I caught this on camera with the crew. Speaking of something like this, the Brotherhood, David Lee does his set, so does his preliminary round there, and then takes off his belt. He's wearing the sundial, and he took off his sundial suit belt, handed it to another contestant as they're walking on because that contestant had forgotten their belt. And David was, like, it was such a cool little moment that I got a chance to see that nobody else was even supposed to see. But I saw that happen and I was like, man, that's the spirit. That's the spirit of Elvis, that's the spirit of brotherhood. It's not about like, well, no, you can't wear this because I want to win this contest and you forgot your belt, so it's on you. It was like, whatever you need, and that was a beautiful moment, man. I think we had the camera running for that. That's David Lee in a nutshell. Yes.
I'll just say about that, when I started 400 years ago, or however long it was, nobody wanted to tell me where to get white boots or a jumpsuit or anything. Nobody would help. So I told Tara, my wife, I said, if anybody ever asks me for help, I'm helping them. And to this day, I still help everybody. And I will always help everybody. And that's what Elvis would have done.
Well, talking about that, I have a question for Cote because he's the reigning Ultimate and the youngest of the Ultimates. And the question that I had was, how the people that you've worked with influence your development as the performer that you are today? That's what I want to know, because I know that you look up to a lot of these guys.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like the industry's baby. I feel like that. I feel like every single one of these guys up here has taken me, and you know, if I was ever going astray, they would take me and they would put me back on the path. And I can't thank each and every one of you enough, because when I say that these are my brothers and I am beyond humble and living a dream, I'm up here with guys that I watched when I was 10, 12 years old competing, and
Okay.
So like 4 years ago.
I was only 12. 4 years ago. I was only 12 years old whenever you were watching me when you were 12, probably.
I wish you luck in the Ultimate Bill this year. I hope you win it.
David, I already won the Ultimate.
The youth one or the real one?
David, I hosted the youth.
The adult category.
Are you okay? Are you okay? You know, you did this in the interview that we had a couple of weeks ago.
I'm just excited to be here.
Are you really excited? Are you boiling in your pants?
just bowling in my pants right now.
Dean's got extra underwear.
So go on. We're all old. You're young. Keep going.
There? Yeah, I feel it.
No, we're all proud of you, dude.
I love you guys. I really do. And like I said, I mean, everybody holds a piece of the puzzle. They really do. And the biggest thing is everybody said, keep trying. Keep trying. Because you never know if it's going to be the moment. You can't give up. That was the number one thing that each and every one of these gentlemen instilled in me. And I'm a living testament that you should never give up because you can achieve your dreams.
This is an open question for all of you guys, and it's something that I don't actually know, and I wonder about it because, we continue to do this, and we've all done it for a long time. And I know what it does for me, but what continues to inspire you guys to continue to keep doing this other than, I know we don't do it, yes, we do it for money and we get paid to do what we do, but, I've got Ron Tart tattooed on me, you know what I mean? This is my life. For you guys, what keeps inspiring you? You get up there, you put it on, and I watch you guys, all I see is your ass, and it's great, but
First, right here. That's what inspires me.
And that's what I want to know.
These people that love it, that support us, that want to see it, that want to keep seeing it. Because without them, I wouldn't do it. So I love the fans. That's the number one thing for me.
Do you find inspiration from Elvis over and over again? Like I find, we all go through, I know Dean has his favourite songs at times, and I'll talk to him, let's do that song. And, I'm not feeling that song, but this is my new favourite song. Do you guys find that too?
I was listening to him in the room this morning.
Yeah.
He still inspires me. He's still the leader. He's still the master.
I mean, I know Jay's like that. Jay goes through that.
You know what's really cool, man, is it seems like it's every other day you look on YouTube and there's a brand new video of Elvis that surfaces that we've never seen before.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, I've never seen him do that before. I'm going to start doing that. Look at it. Look how he's wearing his hair, how his hair fell right here. It's like, I'm going to try to recreate that. It's just, we're constantly learning from it. And, we perform as Elvis, but we are the biggest Elvis fans that you find because my wife kind of gets upset with me sometimes because I'll leave from this festival here, and as soon as I get home, I'll put on Elvis. She's like, man, you're not sick of Elvis? You've been here listening to him all weekend. And I'm like, actually, I haven't listened to Elvis at all. I want to listen to the real man now, because so Elvis, and the fans, of course, but mainly Elvis is what keeps me just wanting to keep going and getting better and better and better, I love the guy.
I said the fans first. You said Elvis.
Okay.
That's the draw, I guess.
I want to just, and we were kind of talking about this kind of always being around, I want to come to a section I call Slideshow, and you know how you would go to somebody's house back, well, none of these guys do. You would go to somebody's house and they had that carousel tray and they would go, we went to the pyramids, we wanted to show you. This is a picture of a camel. There's the camel. Another picture of the camel. I've got some images I found that I wanted to share, and we'll just kind of go through some of those and take a look at...
Who's that guy?
Look at the look on his face.
I look shocked.
What were you scared of?
It looks like, and guys, they're on these floor monitors in front here. You don't see it.
You don't have to.
There you go. I don't want Ben to turn around and show his ball
First
spot.
time he got stopped at the airport.
It may blind you.
Is this before you had the head in the bag?
No, that is the head in the bag.
Oh,
He's at the airport.
I was actually on holiday. I was 16 and a bit there.
It's vacation.
Yeah, vacation, sorry.
Wore that on your vacation?
No, and the reason I was actually, there was a talent contest. I don't know why I entered. But they said, do you want to sing a couple of songs? Like, yeah, and I had luckily packed a silk shirt for some reason. And I was on holiday with my parents, and yeah.
this was the next vacation right there. And of course, then there's, he was getting into it then. That's
that's it. So that was last week.
Yeah. Okay, We're going to give a B&K sundial jumpsuit complete with belt for the first person that can identify this person. That's right, Bill Cherry right there. That's right. And I think I can say that every single one of us and most of you had one of these rooms in our house. Bill had it figured out. He had it figured out right there. And there's a side of Bill that you might not know, and that is the artistic side of Bill Cherry.
I was 12 when I drew that.
Wow, that's looking into the future.
Those were his first 8x10s. That he would print them out at school and sign them. Next up has his own scatter. Who is that?
Brandon Bennett.
Brandon Bennett.
There he is.
And here's a question.
Which one?
Here's a question.
The one with the pink overalls.
The ears are about the same, best I can tell.
The question I've never asked before, these words have never been uttered by me until right this moment. Brandon, do you remember the name of the monkey?
I have no. I have no. Chi. I don't know. Chi.
No, that's the stripper in the next picture. Already playing guitar at that young age, and I think most of you might have one of these young appearances in your career as well. What's the story on that one, Brandon?
That was the very first time, I believe, I ever went on stage. Wow. At my high school. So we had a talent show at high school. And leading up to that, I had dressed up in that suit that my mom made me. She worked months on making this suit. There was a big, you can't see in this picture, there was a big eagle on the back of it. And it was 70th day of school, walking around school in it, and they had the talent show, and we did this. And I remember standing on the side of the stage. I was scared to death, and I was very shy growing up. And then one of my friends was right there by me, and the music started, and he said, you gotta go. And I can't go. And so he shoved me. And the video is somewhere, but it looks like this.
But I love the fact that even then, at that first moment of your career, you had sweet inspirations with you.
Yeah. You had your own backing group.
I'm like, wow, he was really serious about this. All right, next up, another youth guitar player. Who is that? Playing left-handed guitar. And
That was Brandon's.
That's the eagle.
is that yours? Oh, that's yours. Okay, that's
Look at the cake on David. Oh my goodness.
I don't remember looking that good ever.
Yeah. Then we've got this young man. And I don't know if you can see it, but look at those smiles. They have the exact same smiles, just the opposite way. That's Cote and his granddad. And look at that. I'm sorry, a picture of Bruno Mars got into this. And Cote, you say you have long had a love of Tupelo. I mean, look at that.
Cote, do those overalls
I don't know who that is.
Yeah. This was my favorite one. You were talking about how long you've known these people. The guy in the middle of this photo is now a guy that we call Boss. Brandon and Bill. And this is something that came up yesterday during the youth competition, which is take a picture with everybody. And remember, that young person today may be signing your check tomorrow. And that young person today, I'm sure every one of you saw an ETA and said, that's what I want to do. I could probably go down the line and you could tell me who that person was. And you're somebody's ETA out there. So that's, to me, that's the circle going right there. All right.
That's heavy.
And then there's that one. Is that Danny?
Yes.
Danny's playing guitar with him already.
And my sister's right behind me with the big puffy 80s bangs right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's my sister Marie right in the middle. She was one of my singers. I was 8 years old in that picture.
You already had him on the payroll team.
Wow. And that's...
That's in the mobile home that I grew up in. My mom put up that sheet, and we took pictures for my 8x10s.
Wow.
Those glasses were way too big.
And that's another one of those talent shows.
Yep, St. Patrick's talent show at school. I'm 5 years old in that picture. My mom made that jumpsuit.
Please tell me you were singing I Got Lucky.
I hope so.
All right, next up.
Look at the hand. Tracy, got the hand already.
Oh, look at that. Look at the hand. I was Jason. I didn't see the hand. Yeah.
Here's our hood.
He was born that way.
I was deformed when I was born. Just a claw away.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's me and my younger brother right there. That's my first thing doing Elvis right there as an adult.
Amazing the amount of photos you guys have of the first gig. Yeah. All right. Next up, we're going up north. What's the story on that shirt, Jesse?
That was my favorite shirt in high school. I wore that all the time. That was my Swayze look that I had back then.
Man.
I never smiled though. I always had a grin on my face.
Right off the Dirty Dancing.
Did you hear what David said? Patrick Swayze. You like Patrick Swayze?
Dirty Dancing.
She's like the wind. That is the first time I ever performed in front of my high school. I was picked on terribly in high school, and they just thought it was a big joke and a big gimmick that I was going through. And that's my father's jumpsuit, because my father did this before I did. So I put on his jumpsuit and a very, very large lion necklace, and it was a lip sync contest at my high school. And after I did the lip sync contest, everybody kind of understood me a little bit better, and I didn't get harassed quite as much after that. And I actually got a little bit more attention from the crowd.
There you go. And you're still rocking it. Look at that.
Oh, I have that suit. I'm going to be wearing that exact suit at the gospel this weekend. I still can fit into that suit. And that was in my 20s. I must have been about 28 years old there. And that's just a local bar in La Crosse, Wisconsin, for Mr. Ronnie Pluger. Craig got me the gig years ago. And I believe my ex was running the sound for me. And we still do stuff like that, man. We don't want to forget where we come from. So we can go back and do all that stuff for everybody. It's a lot of fun.
I love it. Now, it's not just ETAs that were destined to do what they do. There are some people
That's a nice lightning bolt.
with a strategically placed lightning bolt.
You still play drums like that. They just don't know.
What was going on at his house when you were there?
If you're coming Saturday night, you will see a recreation of that. As per Dean's request.
Oh my goodness, and then, boom. Look, the birthday cake is a drum, for God's sake.
And it's blue.
And it's blue. Blue sparkles.
And that's my mama next to me. And she made that cake. And I don't know why, but I asked for a drum cake, and that's what I did.
I don't see the last photo we had of,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Let me get it up.
Can you want to, if you can find it there. We downloaded a late-breaking photo. And they're telling what's going to come up here. There we go. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's kind of squeezed strangely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. If you lean your head back, that was me in at homecoming of October of 1977.
I love it.
With a live band. It was our homecoming, and the football team came in suits. That was in the gymnasium, and we had a band in the high school, and they played CC Rider, and the football team came out as the Mafia in suits and sunglasses, and they escorted me on. And my mom put together that outfit. Same thing, except when I wasn't listening to Elvis records, I was watching Johnny Carson, and I decided to go that way, because I wanted to leave it clear for you guys years later. So, anyway.